Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just giddy couple in love that loves reacting to some Genshin Impact.
Yeah, giddy for Genshin.
Yeah, and so we're checking out Yelan's story quest today. It's going to be in 2 parts if you're one of our members on either Patreon or YouTube. If you're watching with us, when we release this publicly, you're going to see both parts all at once. All right, if you want all our Genshin Impact reactions, check out the description of this video for a playlist. Are you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Traveler, Paimon, it's been a long time.
Oh, hey, Hoishin. Long time no see. Fancy meeting you.
So we're seeing the Traveler's mail.
Yeah.
Thanks to the help of people like you and colleagues like Ganyu, better all the time. But I've been feeling distracted at work lately. I just feel constantly agitated.
Are you getting enough sleep?
It's a long story.
Good question.
But my father, he's thinking of stepping down from the Tianshu position due to health issues.
What's wrong with Uncle Tian?
Nothing specifically. He's not unwell. He says he's just increasingly low on energy these days. He's always said, old age comes for us all in the end.
Yep, everybody loses the father time.
Still, I just can't help but feel a little emotional watching it happen to him. Anyway, my father's currently on the 2nd floor of Yangsheng Tea House. Why don't you come pay him a visit with me? He seems very fond of you, too. I'm sure chatting with you will make him very happy.
Sure, let's go.
Mainly chatting with Paimon because Traveler doesn't talk.
True. This is true.
Well, Traveler does talk. He's doing it.
Uncle Tian, we're here to chat with you.
Oh? What a lovely surprise. Welcome. Hoishin, why don't you go downstairs and get the shopkeeper to make us a fresh pot of tea? I heard that you've been traveling all over the place recently. I would very much like to hear your adventure stories.
More concerned about your health.
Hoishin told you, didn't she? Don't worry. I'm quite all right. It's just the years gradually catching up with me. As I grow older, I'm starting to find that with many things, though the mind is willing, the flesh is weak. Especially recently.
Sounds like a younger
Noticed
voice actor
a
trying to do
rather
an older
drastic
voice.
drop in my energy levels. I am still very much in good standing as the Tianshu today. Nevertheless, I wish to pass on the position before my mental acuity begins to decline beyond redemption.
How difficult is it to transfer the Tianshu position?
Oh, well, you see, the Tianshu is a rather unique position among the Liyue Qixing. Historically speaking, the Tianshu rarely appears in public. We stay behind the scenes, planning and giving advice, so a public selection process would not be suitable. We also want to keep any prospective Tianshu candidates free from influence by outside forces, so we tend to be as discreet as possible in their assessment and appointment.
So that's what we have to do. We have to assess him.
Reasons,
Tell you
the
who should
incumbent
be
Tianshu
it.
typically recommends their candidate of
Tianshu?
choice, and this is then approved by the other Qixing members.
So in other words, you pick someone, and then Lady Keqing, Lady Mingwang, and the other Qixing appoint them?
Correct. Unfortunately, due to my health, I won't be able to assess every candidate myself.
And that's where we come in.
Not to despair, however, because I've found someone exceptionally capable to act on my behalf as assessment officer.
Nice.
In fact, I believe you recently became acquainted with her yourself.
You were trapped in a cave with her.
Who is it?
I'm heartbroken. I thought it might take you a little longer than this to forget all about me.
It's Yelan!
Jackpot. Uncle Tian here asked me to assess 3 candidates for him. Fancy joining me? You'll be among the first to get to know the next Tianshu. Might be a good opportunity for you.
What do you think? Paimon thinks so too. It can't be a bad thing to be on good terms with a new Qixing, right?
Yeah,
All
especially if
right,
he helps
then.
him like get appointed.
Though, I gotta say, Uncle Tian, you say you're into behind-the-scenes planning? My work's of the covert variety, too. Don't you think I might make a good Tianshu?
You're too important.
Yelan, you want to be the next Tianshu?
I'm not opposed to the idea, but I suspect Ningguang wouldn't let you go very easily after how long you've been working
Exactly.
together.
I don't think she really wants it. She just wants to.
Yeah, be
Consider
offered.
this.
Yeah.
If your investigation reveals that none of the other candidates are qualified for the position, I'll recommend you for the job.
Deal. Well, you guys take your time. Everything's all set for the assessments to go ahead. Meet me on the first floor when you're ready. Until then, have a pleasant conversation. Oh, and no need to pay for your tea. As the new owner of this fine establishment, this runs on the house.
Did she just buy the tea house?
I guess so. Also, it's a good
You're
thing
all
that she
set?
doesn't really want it because, like, that was a major incentive to make sure that everybody doesn't pass.
Yeah, exactly.
Uncle Tian seems really worn down. It's like all his energy's gone.
Yeah, it may sound harsh, but Uncle Tian is past his prime. He's not cut out for this anymore. So he's recommended 3 candidates. Their names are Qinwei, Mingbo, and Zhi. Qinwei is a wealthy entrepreneur. Mingbo works at the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs, and Zhi is focused on study and travel. Try to keep all that in mind. Of course, it doesn't really matter if you forget, since we'll be assessing them at Yuehai Pavilion in a short while.
None of them just want those descriptions sound like they.
Mingbo?
No, the one in the middle.
Mingbo, yeah.
Yeah.
That made the most.
I remember their names, but what does the assessment involve exactly?
She
Let's leave
travels a
that
lot, so
until we
maybe
get to
it's gotten a lot of
Yuehai
exposure to
Pavilion.
different people.
All right. Heads in the game, people. The stakes don't get much higher than a change in the Qixing. We can't afford to miss anything, no matter how small.
Got it. We'll keep our eyes wide open.
My legs are getting sore. What is wrong with this assessment officer? This is a huge occasion and I don't even get a chair. I've dealt with all kinds of people in my time, but never have I been made to stand while I'm waiting for an appointment.
I think it's fine.
That's called being complacent. If you're happy to just accept the way things are, you'll never be able to change anything in the future.
Oh, come on.
Guess you'll always be
It's
unhappy
just-
though?
Now you're just being unreasonable.
All right, you two. Let's not get into a big argument over this. It's not worth it. Qianwei, that was a bit uncalled for. And Mingbo, cut him some slack. We've all been standing around for a while. It's natural to be getting irritable. Look, how about this? There's no rule saying we're obliged to stand up while we wait, so why don't we borrow some chairs from the guild nearby?
Fine.
There you go.
They're not the best quality chairs, to be sure.
The rich
but
asshole.
Under the circumstances,
Yeah.
it would be better than nothing.
Definitely don't like that guy.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like all 3 candidates have
You
arrived.
got middle's a good mediator.
We'll meet them formally soon. Before that, let me run you through the assessment process. I've split it into 2 stages: current affairs and planning, and face-to-face interview. In the first stage, candidates are required to submit a manifesto for Liyue's development. In the second stage, we will ask them some questions in person. Writing a manifesto takes time, so I informed them of this requirement in advance. These are the reports they submitted.
Wow. One of them is really thick.
It's also worth mentioning a stipulation I gave them. Whoever is appointed as the new Tianshu will be expected to implement their plan as put forward in their manifesto. Failing the occurrence of some cataclysmic event, they will not be permitted to change their plan. Therefore, these 3 piles of documents in front of us represent where each candidate stands on key policy issues.
And that'll be
There's
important.
still some
Where
time.
you want the
Yeah.
policy to go.
Have a skim through, get a first impression of what each person's proposing. I'll be waiting off to the side. Just let me know when you're done.
Domestic affairs, foreign affairs, and checks out and balances all in great detail. The focus seems to be problem solving, concise and clear. So thick that you don't have time to skim through it roughly. Okay. Commercial issues provide some penetrating analysis. Regulations and incentives are both indispensable. Okay. Discovers domestic affairs, quiet complexity, focusing people's core principle seems to be the greater good means a greater world that works for everyone.
All right. The guy that starts with Z.
Finished, huh?
Yeah.
He's my top
What did
pick
you
now.
think?
Everyone took it very seriously.
Of course they did. They have the chance to be picked as the new Tianshu, so you can bet they're putting their best foot forward. And keep in mind, whoever gets in has to execute their plan as written. Nobody wants to have any regrets. That's for me to know and you to find out. We can talk more after the interviews. We'll see the candidates now. Let's do one at a time. Start with Chenwei.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Start with the weakest link.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you two are the assessment officers, are you?
Oh, she's not
I'd
impressed,
assume
huh?
that given the great import of this situation, Lady Ningguang would perhaps be assessing us in person. I certainly hadn't imagined I'd be seeing two entirely unfamiliar faces. I trust you've read through my manifesto? I'd be more than happy to clarify any details you found
No,
difficult
you
to
are a
grasp.
prick. There's
It
no
was
way you're
with
getting
an
this.
expert audience in mind, after all.
Mind your tone, mister.
Yeah, Paimon.
Paimon.
It wasn't intended as a personal slight against anyone in particular. I was simply stating a fact.
You're simply a dick.
Did you learn them from Cloud Retainer like that?
You know this Adeptus? Oh, yes, I remember now. You must be the traveler that people are constantly talking about.
That's right. Pay some respect.
With your sterling reputation, you must have a respectable level of erudition. Perhaps you will be able to understand the concept.
Again, so far I don't like your erudition. You're failing.
Yeah, although I shouldn't get my hopes up.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes. Please introduce yourself.
I'm, Mingbo. I work in the
A little too
Ministry of
timid. You're
Civil
too much the
Affairs.
opposite.
Yeah.
I've worked there for, 9 years, 5 months, and 3 days. In that time, I've handled, 2,347 cases.
Okay, so you're good at
I have
math.
12 active cases at the moment. They should be concluded in, 16 days. My current work is related to urban planning, and I'm also responsible for, auditing the accounts. To be more precise, there are 3 parts to the accounts, namely...
Is it just Paimon, or is he not very good at public speaking?
Yeah, you're
You know
right,
what?
Paimon.
Let's leave the self-introduction there and move on to some questions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, no thanks. This dude. If there's any of them between the three of them.
Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little nervous.
Honest.
What would you like
Why
to
wouldn't you be
know?
nervous?
You're here to assess me, so ask away and I'll answer your questions to the best of my ability.
Your manifesto is very wide in its scope, but you don't seem to be personally involved in many of the specific fields. How can you be sure that you have the ability to put your plan into action?
Very fair question. I completely understand where you're coming from.
Hire the right experts.
But I'm confident in my plan. I've visited many different places,
The traveler,
talked to
yeah.
lots of people with far more expertise than myself, and my manifesto is the conclusion of these efforts. Of course, 2 different problems can be interconnected in very complicated ways, and you might reach 2 very contradictory conclusions depending on which one you're focusing on. What I've tried to do is strike a balance.
Just like he
In
was
other
striking
words,
balance with the
present an optimal
2 arguing
solution
before.
to all the problems as a whole.
How do you plan to determine whether you are right or wrong about your proposed solution being the optimal one?
A great question. Well, I'd start by having my colleagues and the secretaries of the Yuehai Pavilion evaluate any proposals before implementation. Post-implementation, it would all come down to the results.
Boom,
If it
hired.
turned out that my judgment was to blame for poor results, I would take responsibility.
I believe you
Yep.
would.
Nice answer. All right, next question.
All right, I think we know who it is. It's like,
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
guy. Everything he said was thoughtful.
I agree, you're meh.
logical. He was just a pleasure to listen to.
Oh, Paimon.
Here's my take on what we just learned. As you saw, Chenwei is highly knowledgeable. He proposes many excellent ideas in his manifesto which effectively target the big issues. But he is very proud and incredibly stubborn.
Exactly.
He doesn't care much about other people's feelings.
No, he's a
So he'll never
pompous
admit that he's
ass.
wrong.
He's more thorough and more measured. You can tell he's meticulous in his work, very detail-oriented. But he and Shenwei are otherwise polar opposites. Mingbo is not very articulate and comes across as very timid in conversation.
Yep.
But the whatchamacallit is not a public-facing figure, so
True.
Last but not least, Jur-E. His manifesto is full of pertinent details, his methodology is sound, and his proposals cover a broad range of fields, which is quite a rare feat. The depth he goes into in each and every area means it can only be a product of painstaking work. Plus, he is modest and good at dealing with people.
but not as good as me, so I don't pick any of
What
them.
really interests me is that many of his views happen to coincide with Uncle Tien's. Having someone like Jur-E take the position would certainly put Uncle Tien's mind at rest.
All right. There we go.
We'll see. Let's go back and report to Uncle Tien.
I wonder which one he was training, if any of them.
I see. Then it's more or less as I anticipated.
All right.
Yeah.
Then let me ask this. The ideas in Jur-E's manifesto are very similar to your own.
He's his
Is there
understudy.
any particular reason behind this?
His apprentice.
Oh, I didn't want to say anything when I gave you the list of candidates, for fear of affecting your judgment. But I can tell you now, those 3 candidates have all studied under
Oh, all 3 of
me in
them.
the past. It's only natural that they share some similarities with me. But Xin Wei went on to focus on his business, and Ming Guo has always been occupied with his work at the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Of all of them, Juri was with me for the longest duration.
And it shows.
Oh, so how did you get to know them all, Uncle Tien?
We
Xin
worked
Wei
together.
was referred to me by an old friend. Ming Guo came to my attention in the course of my work, and as for Juri, that was pure happenstance. We first met while fishing. Gradually, as we got to know each other, we started discussing all sorts of topics. Juri came from a poor family, and his parents died when he was very young. But he was a gifted student and a fast learner. He reminded me of a younger version of myself. So I started out giving him a few words of advice when we were out fishing and noticed how quickly he got on.
Sounds like he's a friend to you,
Quite.
or a family to you.
And now, all of a sudden, he's grown into a mature young man. It's a joy to see. But it also gets one thinking. The young are growing up, and I am growing old.
That's how it works.
How time flies. No one can escape the cycle of life.
Nope.
I don't know,
But
Uncle
then
Tien.
you try.
You still seem in pretty good shape to me. You might have
That's what you said
another few
earlier.
years of work left in you, don't you think?
You're like, there's no doubt he's like run down.
You. There's really no need to console me. Having less energy than I used to isn't such a bad thing. It just means I finally have a good reason to retire and spend my days doing what old men like me should be doing. Going fishing whenever I feel like it.
Sounds like you sure love fishing, Uncle Tien.
Ooh, there's
Nope, I just
nothing
like being
quite
able to go whenever I
fishing
like.
to pass the time. Ooh, and freshly caught fish, they make the most beautiful fish soup with barely any preparation required.
Fresh fish soup. Sounds tasty.
Doesn't it?
Paimon's tummy's growling.
Also, some time ago, Juri purchased a very special recipe from an old fisherman. When we've been fishing recently, Juri always brings some extra ingredients he prepared in advance. The addition of these makes the soup taste even more wonderful. That flavor makes for a fond memory. But at my age, who knows how many more chances I have left to taste it again.
Ooh, can Paimon come next time too? Paimon really wants to try it.
Let's get back to the matter at hand. Uncle Tien, we've reported back. Do you have a verdict?
I appointed you as the assessment officer, and I trust your judgment. Had you not asked me why Juri's ideas were so similar to mine, I was not going to mention my history with any of them. This decision must be guided by what is fair and right. Please disregard all other considerations
Juri guy.
and make your final decision only after a thorough review of each candidate's talents and capabilities. Remember, you must be thorough.
Understood.
That's what the.
I mean, I don't feel like it's
Let's go
close
talk
though.
some wise.
Bye-bye, Uncle Tian. Look after yourself.
I don't feel like we need to review their resumes 5 times
Yeah.
after the interview. Like,
So
the interview
it's
kind of
gonna be
tells you.
Juri, right?
Exactly.
His manifesto was written well, and he's the best speaker.
Easy. Let's not rush. There's no time limit for this assessment.
Okay. Maybe we'll uncover something that we don't like.
Are you gonna give them more tests or something?
Something
No,
like that.
Nothing like that. The assessment itself is complete. But let me give you a word of advice. Things are not always as they appear.
Yeah.
The
I mean, this
biggest
quest just started, so
role
it's gonna be a little bit
intelligence
too easy
work
for
is
that.
to only get information from the person of interest themselves. The truth is almost always hidden beneath many
gonna check
layers of
references.
deception. You have to get information through many different channels. For example, Wenyuan, Shanghua.
Yes?
Lady Yelan, what are your orders?
Ugh! Who are they? Where did they come from?
Did they scare you? These two are Wenyuan and Shanghua. They work for me. As my trusted assistants, they are always standing guard nearby. They also perform various assignments as required. Shanghua is a business expert who gets his information by trading. Wenyuan relies on word of mouth. And there's also Upei, who's not here right now.
On special
That
assignment.
must have been out there on sea surveillance for some time now. Is he all right? I seem to remember that he can't swim.
Nothing can take that guy down. Certainly not a little wind and waves.
Shanghua,
Well, if he can't swim, I mean, the
visit
water
all
could
the
take him down.
commerce guilds and look into Qianwei's background.
If he falls in the ocean.
Wenyuan, go to the Ministry of Civil Affairs and look through Mingbo's work files.
Yes, ma'am.
So what about Juri?
We need to travel and find out who he's talked to.
Well, obviously, as the most promising candidate, we will be investigating him ourselves. Let's go to the docks first. Lots of people passing through there. You can find out all kinds of things.
If we're looking for information, why don't we try talking to Bulai, the owner of Wanyu Boutique? He does business at the North Wharf. Maybe he has some news for us.
That's actually not a bad idea. Let's go and ask him.
She sounds a little shocked, Paimon, that you didn't have a bad idea.
Yeah.
Your asking price for this batch is just too high. I can't buy in at this price. How am I supposed to turn a profit? Come on, hear me out. I'm telling you, this is the single best batch of Sunsetias ever. You won't find anyone who disputes that. I accidentally dropped one into a well, and even the water turned sweet. Even so... All right. I'll let you in on a little secret. The boss of Second Life also wants to buy from me, but I haven't responded yet. If you won't take him, I'll just have to partner with them instead, and neither of us wants that. Okay, well, when you put it that way, I'll accept your asking price. I'll take all your stock. Don't sell a single one to Second Life.
Playing on your
I was
competitive
about to
nature.
say, yeah. Played you.
Oh, what are you doing here? And to be clear, these Sunsetias are mine. I got to them first. Don't get any ideas.
Okay, dude.
Actually,
Chill.
we wanted to ask you about a guy called Juri. Have you heard of him before?
Juri? Yes, he's quite well known. I've heard a story about him. They say
do
he
tell.
was born into poverty. His parents died when he was young, and he was treated cruelly by the local community. One of his neighbors was terribly rude to him all the time, but Juri never retaliated.
Until the time was
When
right.
his neighbor went bankrupt, he even helped support the family.
Wow.
He
What a
returned
good
cruelty
guy.
with
Yeah.
kindness. Injustice with peace offerings. A gentleman of talent and character, and how did I not notice him sooner? In fact, maybe I'm not too late. If I could hire him to be the brand ambassador for Wanyo Boutique.
Too late, he's already got another
Sounds
job.
like a decent man. We can finally breathe a sigh of relief.
Not
Why
yet.
are you asking about him anyway? You aren't looking for a brand ambassador too, are you? Well then, in that case, the higher bidder takes the... Ah, that's Juri right over there. Why don't we go and talk to him?
Where?
It's him, all right. Looks like he's chatting with Yelan. Come on, let's follow them and listen in. Try not to let him see you. We want this information to be as truthful as possible.
Stealth mission.
I'll just go and
Eavesdrop.
fetch an employment contract. And hey, don't try and cut me out of this. Hey!
I understand. Let's walk and talk.
Not creepy at all. Not suspicious.
So, you're
There's a little like
looking to
radius so you
buy a
know how
wine
close you are.
set?
Yeah, right?
Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
The truth is, an old friend of mine who likes to have a drink now and then.
Tone deaf
He
bard?
fancies himself as a man of culture, but doesn't care for needless extravagance. So I thought I might buy him a set of high-quality fakes.
How very thoughtful of you. Leave it to me then. Come and collect it at Shigu Antiques whenever is convenient.
Thank you very much, Miss Yelan.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Juri. These days, it's quite rare for someone of your standing to still keep up with their old friends. It's nice to see. I'll be sure to pick out a good set for you. You can count on me.
This doesn't tell much about him. I guess he stays in touch with his old friends and buys them gifts that they like. It's thoughtful.
Yeah, I mean, he's thoughtful. He
Seems to get along really well with everyone.
reasonably assesses his friends.
Yeah.
We can assume accurately.
Now, Yelan, seems like everyone thinks Juri's a great guy.
Which means he's not.
We shouldn't jump to conclusions just yet. Let's go check out the wharf where he usually goes fishing.
Do we have to?
You don't like water?
Wait, you're not just trying to dig up some dirt on Juri because you want to be Tianchi yourself, are you?
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. But hey, if I do become Tianshu, I'll look out for you guys. You'll
Alright,
be
it's
able
good
to
enough for
try
us.
all the finest food for free. How does that sound?
We will? Well, come on! Off to the South Wharf we go!
The jury guy sounds like
Aw,
a jerk
Wharf is
now.
as busy as
Hi,
ever.
Mom.
I hear the anglers here sometimes sell their fish to the nearby fishmongers. Let's see what Uncle Soon has to say.
Something's gotta be wrong about this guy. No one's perfect.
Welcome. What would you like to buy today?
Information.
Sorry to interrupt. We're actually members of the Liyue Anglers Association, and we just wanted to ask a few questions about someone.
What?
We've heard
This
about
is
this young
Anglers
man called
Association?
Juri, who's supposed to be a fantastic fisherman. Just wondering if you happen to have heard of him?
Whoa! Yelan made up a whole fake identity. Daddy and Eyelid.
Ah, yes, Juri.
She's experienced.
He's been making quite a name for himself recently. I've got some friends who travel all over the place, and they tell me everywhere they go they meet someone who's heard of him. Apparently, he had a rather tough time growing up. Had to work several jobs alongside his studies to make ends meet. How does that saying go? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, if there's anything to that logic,
Is he the one spreading rumors
he's
about like
sure to be
himself to make him
phenomenally
seem more
successful
like
one day.
Yeah, we think so too.
impressive?
But I'm afraid your Anglers Association might be in for a disappointment.
Oh? Why's that?
He's good at a lot of things, but fishing isn't one of them. He fishes at the wharf and sells what he catches to me on occasion. His catches are always mediocre. Not terrible, but equally nothing to write home about. If you're looking to recruit some new members, though, I do know a few top anglers I could put you in touch with.
That sounds fantastic. I've got a couple of other things to attend to right now, though.
Just email me.
Why don't I come back some other time and we can chat over a drink?
Sure.
Sure thing. See you.
You're never gonna see her again.
Everywhere they go, they meet someone who's heard of him. Come on, let's keep asking around.
Here to buy some fish? It's 300 for one or 3 for 1,000. You better hurry. When they're gone, they're gone.
Hello, we're from the Society for Fish Price Research.
300 for one or 3 for
We'd just like to
1,000.
ask a
Why
few
don't I just
questions.
buy 3 at the one price and get 900?
Society for Fish Price Research? I haven't done anything illegal. Stay out of my business.
Please, don't worry. We're just here to conduct a simple survey.
Somebody's
We've
a
heard
bit
about
afraid.
a certain Jur-E who's been selling fresh fish at low prices in this area recently. Do you know anything about this?
So this isn't about me. You should have said something, you know. I know the guy. I can tell you what I know. I haven't heard anything about him selling fresh fish at low prices, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was him.
Oh?
Why is that?
Because he's so poor. His parents died when he was very young, and his alcoholic father
Oh,
still
now his father's
owed
alcoholic.
a
Okay.
huge amount of debt. No one wanted anything to do with him. He was still a kid when he first came to the wharf. His clothes were ragged, and he had a bandage wrapped around his head. And he managed to survive, thanks to Uncle Tien, who gave him some food. But still to this day, he doesn't have a lot of mora to his name. I mean, he can afford to eat and everything, but you'll often see him haggling with others over just a few mora. So
She's negotiating,
I wouldn't
whatever.
be surprised to find out he's been selling a few fish. It's not like he catches much anyway, so it's not going to affect my business. Don't tell him I said that.
You'd rather he didn't know?
Well, I spoke to him once briefly, and I just had a feeling that he really cares what other people think of him. I think he has pretty low self-esteem, but hey, it's hardly my place to say anything. What he's achieved already puts most people to shame. And nobody's perfect. I just wouldn't want to upset him. That's all.
I see. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
Not
Don't
a
make him
problem.
angry.
And just for the record, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the price of my fish.
Yep, there is.
The less convincing it becomes.
Doesn't have a lot of mora to his name. Okay, let's keep going.
So he's a
Hey,
grassroots
it's you guys.
fundraiser.
Wait, what's the phrase? Oh yeah, honored to meet you. What brings you to me?
The truth is, we are but newcomers to this territory. We heard tell of a great martial artist, Master Dugu, who knows everything there is to know. Hence, we sought you out to ask for your guidance.
Really? People
Aww.
say I know everything there is to know?
Yeah.
Of course. We also heard that Master Dugu
Good
is
job,
a
Yelan.
kind and virtuous swordsman who never turns away anyone who comes with questions.
Always gives honest answers.
And
So what
chocolate.
do you wish to know?
Hmm.
Nothing happens on this street that I don't know about. Now she's lying to a kid.
But it seems to have made his
So,
day.
Master Dugu, have you heard of one by the name of Jur-E?
She's good with people.
Sure have. You mean that guy that all the grown-ups are talking about these days? I've heard many tales of jury. For example, I can't remember. Probably 'cause
Okay.
it's nothing that important. I prefer stories about
To say, I guess they aren't very exciting stories.
Oh, I can completely understand that. Then let me ask you this. Do you remember roughly when the grown-ups started talking about Jur-E?
Oh yeah, I know that. It was about 2 or 3 months ago. Before that, people always used to talk about jury in a kind of nasty tone of voice. But 2 or 3 months ago, suddenly everyone started to like him. Sometimes he gives me candies, so I'm glad that people are starting to like him now.
Just as I thought.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, just as I thought, Master Dugu is indeed as kind and virtuous as the legends claim.
I'm not that great. Oh yeah, one other thing. These days, there's a lot of people I've never seen before talking about jury stories in the street. They
Exactly.
seem
They're
like
spreading
nice
his
people.
like origin story so people think that like,
definitely.
oh, he came from nothing and he's great.
So
And-
next time I see them, I'll say hi. And I guess I can share some of my candies with them too.
Certainly. You can also tell my friend in Yenshang Tea House about what they're up to. I'm sure my friend would also like to say hi to them.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Well then, fare thee well, Master Dugu.
Until we meet again.
Oh,
Any
got
of
some
that
pep to his
sound
step.
strange to you?
So cute.
Little strut.
Strange? What was strange about it? Ji seems to have a great reputation.
Now?
Yeah.
Uncle Soon and Uncle Gao spoke highly of him, and Dugu Shuo seems to like him too.
True. But the issue is, where did his sudden celebrity come from?
Exactly.
It almost seems too good to be true.
Yep.
Sudden? Too good to be true? What do you mean?
If you had-
So he returns cruelty with kindness and had to work to support his studies. These are the kinds of things that make someone well known in their hometown. But Uncle Soon said even his friends who travel far and wide hear about him wherever they go. That's a little over the top, if you ask me. Do you remember what
Especially when these
Dugu Shuo
tales
said
aren't like about
Zhi-Yi's
sword fighting and
stories?
everything. Like,
Clearly,
Yeah.
they left him with a good impression of the guy. But beyond that, he wasn't interested in the details. That's the reaction I would expect from any normal person. Plus, there's the fact that all this praise of Zhi-Yi has only been happening within the last 2 or 3 months. His childhood, his studies, the thing with his neighbor, none of these are recent events. So why are these stories only going around now?
When you put it like that, it is kinda strange.
that's why
Of course, if
Yelan's
that's all
on the
there
job.
was to it, I wouldn't look into it any further. Zhi-Yi was born into a poor family. Paying people to get his stories out there is within the rules of the game as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
The problem is, do you remember what Uncle Gao said about him? He's stayed poor his whole life. Everything he's earned he's either spent on studying, traveling, or paying off debts. I don't think he has the mora to pay for a publicity campaign.
Ah,
Right.
someone's helping him.
And that
Who's banking him?
changes everything. It can mean a powerful faction is trying to gain influence over the Liu Xixing. That's the worst case scenario. But all too often, the most pessimistic speculation turns out to be closest to the truth.
Clever.
Ooh.
Trying to gain influence over the Qixing?
So who?
Sounds serious. What should we do?
The Fatui.
Even if we ask Ji about it,
Always a
surely
frickin'
there's
Fatui.
no way he'd admit it.
First, we need to find out who's supporting him. Don't worry, I've got a plan. Remember
Okay.
the current affairs and planning stage of the assessment? Since the successful candidate is duty-bound to implement their plan after taking office, their manifesto tells us their stance on key issues. Whoever is secretly helping Zhi-Yi must be seeking to benefit from his actions after his appointment. So, we should be able to find some hints in Zhi-Yi's manifesto on who we're dealing with. Come on, let's get back to Yenshang Tea House.
We've got some reading to do.
Zhi-Yi's manifesto covers a huge range of topics. Looking for details that don't add up will be like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
That's
I'll
why he
divide
submitted it
reports
to be
into
so
2
long.
piles.
Big, so you wouldn't find it.
I'll take the other. When we're finished, we'll put our heads together. Officially, the assessment is already over, and I'll be expected to announce the results before long. So we have to get to the bottom of this as quickly as we can.
Yikes! We better hurry!
Whatever else Uncle Tian might think of Zhi-Yi, the fact remains that he's one of his favorite students. Any evidence he's left is not going to be immediately obvious. We'll have to look carefully and think critically.
Even though Yelan took half, this is still a lot to get through. Well, we gotta start somewhere.
See rock roads.
I mean, to be fair, it only looks like there are 2 books on that table. So it wasn't like a stack, you know.
It was just that Rex Lapis left a great deal of wealth. Excavation chasm. How you can be able to read all this to go this fast. Mine alternate construction and ruin exploration. Treacherous terrain around forest park. Rope bridges, dangerous to walk on, transportation of goods, medicinal herbs. Cause paint, build roads and bridges.
Oh, this reading is giving Paimon a headache. Let's take a break.
Agreed, pylons.
Looks like I'm the first one back, as usual.
Oh, hey! It's one of Yelan's little helpers, Shenhua! If you're back,
A little helper.
that means
Like she has an elf army or something.
Chenwei, right?
You betcha. I visited all the commerce guilds and gathered a wealth of information. Every time they asked me to leave, but I always had another trick up my sleeve.
Don't
Telling
drag
them
this
no.
out.
That was my
Just
trick.
tell us your findings.
Yes, Lady Yelan. To summarize my findings, most people who've had interactions with Qianwei will start out complaining about how proud and arrogant he is, but then go on to give a generally positive appraisal of him.
Okay.
The young master of the Feiyun Commerce Guild said that Qianwei appears arrogant, but he's very scrupulous in the way he works. Once he signs a contract with somebody, he treats them fairly regardless of their background.
Who'd have
That's
thought?
good to know.
Is it possible that his reputation is fake? Is there any way you can check the accounts of the businesses under his name?
In theory,
Yelan
that should
always
be very difficult. But here's the thing.
expecting more.
I asked around and found out that almost all of Qianwei's accounts are open to the public. Where he buys from and sells to should be confidential business information, but he doesn't seem interested in protecting it at all. Qianwei often sees business opportunities that others don't, but once he's made enough mora off of it, it's like he gets sick of it and releases all of his trade secrets. It's like he wants people to know that they still can't beat him, even if he shares all of his secrets. The fact that someone like
It was that
can
arrogant
still
thing.
make mora is
Yep.
pretty infuriating when you think about it.
What a strange guy. It's like he's not doing business to make Mora, but instead...
To validate his theories. No wonder his manifesto contains so many insights. It's all the result of his first-hand experimentation.
I'm back! Huh? Ah, how come you're here?
Why do you
'Cause
think?
he was doing
Obviously,
research too.
because I possess superior skills and am always one step ahead of the competition. Well, when you're the competition, at least.
Ooh.
You... Ugh, whatever. I'm not getting into an argument with you. If I hadn't had something else to take care of on the way, I would have been back long before you. Lady Yelan, I have finished investigating Minghua.
Well, we're all ears.
The Ministry of Civil Affairs says that Minghua struggles to get his words out when he gets nervous, especially when he's chatting with strangers. But
Yeah, we
after
noticed
a few
that.
days of getting to know him, you can pretty much have a normal conversation with him.
Oh god.
Whole,
pretty
the
much
feedback from
a
the
normal.
Ministry of Civil Affairs was very positive. He always considers the things that everyone else overlooks.
In your opinion, was the Ministry of Civil Affairs' appraisal of Minghua at all exaggerated?
I don't believe so. Minghua is someone who has slowly but surely earned the reputation he has today. According to Miss Yu, the ministry often gets Minghua to take a final look at projects before they're implemented. People feel much more confident in something if it has his stamp of approval. Oh, and also, there was once someone in the ministry who was lying and cheating to try to advance their career. Minghua gave them the scolding of a lifetime.
Wouldn't
Apparently,
expect
he
that.
can be terrifying when he loses his temper. I haven't seen it for myself.
Definitely wouldn't
though.
expect that.
Whoa, that's hard to imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said before, things are not always as they appear.
Ah, so that's what you meant by that. I'm starting to get it now.
Thank you both.
Paimon.
You're free to go now. So, have you finished reading the manifesto?
We still have a
Yeah.
bit left.
Yeah, I didn't find much. Hopefully she found some.
I can't see any immediate problems looking at the individual entries. The only one that strikes me as a little unusual is the Jiangshu Pool redevelopment plan. Jiangshu Pool has always been home to many secrets. Plus, Ajdaha once wrought havoc there, so there are even more secrets buried deep underground. At some point, a rumor began to go around that there is great treasure buried beneath Jiangshu Pool. A long time ago, with the approval of the Qixing, a mining team conducted an exploratory excavation there.
So, did they find any treasure?
None. The ruin was completely impenetrable. The only way they could have gotten through the solid rock would have been by blowing it open with a special kind of explosive. The technology wasn't mature enough at that time, so the excavation project was shut down and the treasure became a mere legend. Zhi-Yi's manifesto focuses on solving problems, and this treasure hunt seems extremely risky. It seems out of step with the rest of his plans. Still, this one fact alone doesn't tell us much. Everyone wants to get their hands on this treasure. The treasure hoarders, the Fatui, even local Liyue factions.
So we're right back to square one.
Did you find anything?
excavation, project, treasure? Did we read anything similar in our half of the manifesto?
Went too fast. I couldn't tell.
I was gonna say there was something about mining, but
Okay.
I don't know the rest of it.
Forge workers should get right of first refusal if any suitable projects come
Black
up.
Cliff Forge Workers. So that's just paying them off.
Well, that makes everything much clearer.
It does?
So Jur-E wants the Black
Mm-hmm.
Cliff Forge to excavate the treasure of Jiangshu Pool.
Does that mean the Blackcliff Forge is Jury's secret supporter?
No,
Possibly.
not likely. I've looked into the Black
Or, I
Cliff Forge
guess
before.
not.
They aren't involved with any powerful factions at present. They do possess some specialized explosives, but it would seem more trouble than it's worth to put so many resources into a risky project like this. Still, since the clues are pointing toward the Black Cliff Forge, we should see where they lead. We may well find something new.
And that is where we will pick up next week.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I dig this quest. I really like Yelan. And the fact of like, really diving in and not like, first impressions can be deceiving, both good and bad. And, it is a little suspicious when everybody has something good to say about someone. It's either like, that person isn't showing like their true self, like, because they want everyone to like them. So like what kind of like, game are they playing at? But like also the fact that it happened in such like everyone had talked about his background like, the story. I'm just like, what is with the stories? I did like how Yelan was said though. She's like, well, if he's just bribing people to tell him that like spread good news about himself, she's like, that's within the rules. Like that's fine. That's just smart gamesmanship.
I mean, I agree with what you said. Like, I really like Yelan.
Yelan, I think.
Yelan.
Yeah.
I really like her as a character. She kind of reminds me of, Miko a little bit, and just sort of like that subtle sort of like seductive sassiness that she brings as the voice actor to it. Like,
Yeah. Good voice actress, yeah.
When she came up and she was like, it's only been a short time. Like, could you have forgotten me? I just like, I enjoy the voice performance. The quest is good. I like it how it's sort of like, we're sitting in the driver's seat of essentially like a job application. And initial impressions were really strong. I mean, we both were like, okay, we were ready to hire after the interview. But I do appreciate that Yelan's like, no, like I could have this job. So you got to prove you're better than me.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's doing the legwork. And I think, also really smart to say the front runner is being investigated by her personally. Like that this is the person that we think we want to give it to. So let's make sure that all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, and that they are squeaky clean.
And it kind of shows just like a little bit of biases that you might have towards people. Like when they were first describing all the people, and it was just like they were like the wealthy aristocrat, or you kind of get this like, oh, I bet this dude's a prick. I think he kind of came across as a prick when he first started, but like
definitely did.
Then they talked about how the fact that but then when people get to know him better, and you get beyond that just first impression or whatever, how fair he was, and how he like everyone thought like his he never went back on his word, and all his dealings were fair. It was just nice getting and same thing with Mingbo. It's like, okay, guy's all nervous at first, and it's like, yeah, first impressions. He's a nervous, sweaty dude that can't speak in public. That's gonna be a little bit tough to promote him or whatever. It's for this job. Even though I think like I said, I think the job is not really public facing. That's why they do this whole like secretive thing, anyways. But the fact of like him like losing his temper and being scary, like that was shocking.
Yeah, and I mean he did it for the right reasons. Like somebody was stealing.
Yep.
So if you're going to lose your temper, if you're going to turn scary, then doing it for the right, like moral, ethical, legal reasons is, that's like the time to do it. And for, what's the first one's name?
Because of the Q, like Qixing.
That guy. I did appreciate that they're like, he comes across as an ass, but once you get to do business with him, he's very fair in business. So like they didn't go to the like, oh, but once you get to know him, he's a great guy. Like they didn't kind of Disney-fy it in terms of this happily ever after, but they're like, yeah, he's an ass, but he's a fair ass. Like he does do good business. And so, if you can get by the gruff interpersonal skills, then you at least can have a good business relationship with him.
And I thought it was interesting that like it wasn't just about getting the money. Like the money was like kind of like a second thing to him as far as just proving that he is like smarter than people or like able to figure things out.
He's a very fragile ego.
Yeah.
Because I think when you have to go around trying to prove that you are something, then you aren't that something. Like the people who are that something, the people who are really smart, they don't have to prove it because they know they are it.
Maybe you just want to like stay on top of your game and just like keep proving it again and again. Like, you know, once you win the NBA championship, it's not like, you know, you're like, all right, well, I proved I could do it, so I don't need to prove I can do it again. And just, no, you want to prove you can do it again and again and again and again and again. So you want to keep doing, like, you know, once you've proven you can do something and you are that, it's like, then it's like, okay, well, you stop trying and stop trying to prove it. No, you got to prove you can do it again. It wasn't a one-time thing, it wasn't a fluke, and maybe just likes that competitive nature.
I guess it depends on how you're proving it. Like, I'm thinking about somebody who's like boasting at a cocktail party that they're really smart and trying to like prove that they're smarter than everybody else in the room by being a dick. And that person, I'm like, you're not smart.
Nope.
You're insecure, and you know that you're not the smartest person in the room, so you're trying to bluff it. But in your instance, like if you're proving it on the court, so to speak, if you're proving it in the job, then yeah, like just because you showed up on Tuesday and did a great job doesn't mean that you shouldn't come back on Wednesday and do a great job. Like you don't get to like, hey, I did one day of good work and I don't need to ever prove that I'm a good employee again because I did one day of good work. It's like, no, you keep working on it.
The difference is in, are you doing it for yourself? Cause it's like you enjoy it and it's like, I want to keep proving to myself that like I can do this. Like, oh, here's another challenge. Let me take this on.
Are you Michael Jordan?
Yeah, exactly. And like you want to take on the next challenge. Or are you doing it like you kind of what you talked about when you're like boasting for yourself? Like if others are boasting for you, that's more impressive than like the fact like you're like trying to put out there that you are this person. Kind of like a little bit what Jury's doing, or whatever. Like trying to like put out. Although I guess he is paying people or getting people to pay to say those things about him.
Well, he's getting people to put out the story, or his wealthy benefactor is.
Yeah.
There's still more to learn there. And also, is the story true? I mean, right now we believe that it is, but like the guy kind of just sort of came out of the woodwork 3 months ago and was like, yeah, this guy's great. Nobody liked him before. Nobody talked to him.
Yeah, it was
like,
weird. Yeah.
Now he's great. So why did no one like him before? It wasn't that he hadn't been there. Specifically, somebody said nobody liked him.
Yep.
So that makes me wonder, okay, is your story true? Because it is a story to elicit sympathy. You are playing on people's pathos with a story of like, oh, this young kid who was poor, alcoholic father, lots of debt. Like, who doesn't go like, oh my God, that poor kid? So yeah, it's a question of, you know, if it's a true story and he just wants to put the word out about who he is so that he can be eligible for a good job, then great. Like you're campaigning. I mean, we all see actors and celebrities campaign for their Oscar every year the minute Oscar season starts. So more power to you. But if it's not real and people are being paid a bribe to lie on your behalf, that's a very different set of circumstances.
Yeah. Like Yelan said, it's all about who's bankrolling him and like how that would influence him in the position.
Yeah. What's their motivation?
Yep. Yeah, getting very much into like politics here. It's like who's like bankrolling the politician or whatever, you know, what special interest groups are bankrolling them. But yeah, we will continue this next week if you're watching with us on Patreon or our YouTube membership, and let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments.
This is the Blackcliff Forge.
It's lovely this time of year. I know. I can't stare at you all night though.
What's this?
From the back, it looks like a ledger, but it seems they also use it as a site log. We don't know who wrote it, but it's interesting, don't you think?
Sure.
These newcomers, who could have sent them?
You think they're suspicious?
Yes.
She thinks everyone's
Look,
suspicious.
It says right there, one of them's already been promoted to team leader. At this rate, by the time the Qingshu Pool redevelopment plan is ready to roll, they'll be the technical backbone of the team. That'll give them the chance to take a lot of liberties. They can copy any secret texts or steal any treasure they find underground. Imagine if we didn't suspect anything. By the time Jur-E recommends the Blackcliff Forge for the excavation project, at most we would maybe do a fresh background check on the place. No red flags if all they did was change some key staff. And even if we decided to vet the staff individually, they'd have had more than enough time by then to come up with fake identities. That's the advantage of planning this far in advance. It was a clever move.
But not clever enough.
All this because one person got promoted too
Yes.
fast?
If we hadn't found this out, someone else would have stolen the treasure. So, who's really behind all this?
That's a question for the newcomers. But let's start with that worker over there for now.
Excuse us. We want to ask you about the newcomers.
You want them to teach you or something? I gotta say,
What?
These newcomers are in tip-top shape. Fast learners, too. They're picking up all the skills unbelievably fast.
Like they
My
already
only
knew how to do it.
complaint is that they're always going out drinking at night. But they never let us join them.
Oh.
I guess they just need some time to
They're the cool
adjust.
kids.
I'm sure we'll get to know each other over time.
They go out drinking. This area isn't exactly renowned for the nightlife. I'm guessing it's a long trip to the nearest tavern.
You got that right. They tell me they go all the way back to Liyue Harbor to drink at Wanmin Restaurant.
And why
Rained
that specific
after work
restaurant?
Today, so they actually stuck around at the site for a while. But as soon as the rain stopped, they went out drinking again right away.
You can't
Hey, you're only
drink
young
in a
once,
tavern
right?
when it
I
rains?
say,
Yeah, exactly.
If they can hack it, let them at it.
Interesting. Let's go talk somewhere else. Looks like our hunch was on the Mora. These newcomers are very suspicious. Drinking in Liyue Harbor, huh? Some cover story. I'll wager they've been going to intelligence updates. Good thing it rained today. It means they'll leave footprints. Doubt they'd give themselves away that easily, but let's follow them and try our luck. The footprints stop here, but judging from the direction, I'm guessing their destination was that abandoned house. Looks like we were too late. This has gotta be where the newcomers rendezvous with whoever they're working for. But all the evidence has been destroyed. Look at these ashes. Someone was burning documents not long before we arrived.
I know they were specific. Okay, I mean, because there's like paper or something.
Maybe the wind could have blown the fire out before everything was finished burning.
The odds of that are very slim. It's practically impossible. I've checked. All the paper's been burned. There's only ash left now.
Why don't
Paper
we wait
ash.
for them back at the Black Cliff Forge? They've got to go back there sooner or later.
We can't count on that. Clearly they were based here at one point, but it's mysteriously abandoned now.
They know we're onto them.
That says that whoever's behind this has moved them somewhere else to throw our investigation off course.
Darn! Guess this is where a trail runs cold.
Make no mistake, the purpose of our trip wasn't to find any solid evidence. We just need to figure out who's behind Jur-E. I smelled something peculiar the moment I came in. Those newcomers probably thought they'd be safe as long as they burned the letters. But what they failed to consider is that paper and ink from different regions produce different odors when they're burned.
Oh,
Damn.
wow.
Exactly. That's crazy.
I can't smell anything. Do you smell anything?
I smell very gentle
There is a
fragrance.
certain place with a freezing cold climate where there's nothing but ice as far as the eye can see. Some wealthy people there put floral fragrance in their ink as a way of injecting a little romance into their writing. When that fragrant ink is
That's
burned,
kind of cool.
Yeah.
this is the exact odor that it leaves behind. Exactly.
Just in the shot.
The evidence will soon be blown away by the wind, so it's nothing we can arrest anyone with. But it's all I need. Now I know who we're dealing with. I can plan our next move.
Lady Yelan! Oh, thank goodness I finally found
She's
you.
crazy
I
impressive.
thought I'd never
Yeah.
see you again.
Who are you?
I'm her
Don't
biggest
be
fan.
alarmed. This is Upei. He's Wenyuan and Shanghua's colleague. I sent him to look into Jur-E's regular contacts. Since Jur-E likes fishing, Upei thought he might know some of the fishermen and sailors, so he took a boat out to sea to ask around. I left him a note at Yenshang Tea House telling him to look for me at Black Cliff Forge when he got back. If there'd been an ambush waiting for us there, it means we'd have had some backup. So,
Always thinking one
what'd you
step ahead.
find out at sea?
Or really like 10 steps
Forgive
ahead.
my incompetence. I'm afraid I've come up empty-handed. I asked all the fishermen multiple times, but none of them had any interactions with Jur-E before. Then the waves got so choppy I ended up falling overboard. Fortunately, someone managed to drag me out. When I got back, I heard that you'd gone to Black Cliff Forge and might need backup, so I went straight there as fast as I could. Didn't even stop to change my clothes.
So we still stuck him up.
Well, Uncle Tien said that Jur-E once bought a recipe from one of the fishermen. Did you hear anything about that at all?
What? That's news to me. No, that's not possible. It's absolutely not possible. Lady Yelan, I'm telling you, I spoke to every single fisherman out there, and none of them mentioned anything about a recipe.
Interesting. Then I wonder how that even more wonderful fish soup came about.
Fish soup? What fish soup?
Nothing. Our priority right now is to find a way to get our hands on some solid evidence. Well, any suggestions?
Send someone to tell them.
Not a bad idea. Upe, what do you think?
Honestly, I've already tried following Juri, but the guy's too cautious. Never meets with anyone suspicious.
Okay, so tailing's out.
No, we'll still need to tail him. But first, we need to do some groundwork.
Groundwork?
When you've worked in intelligence
I'm
for
so
a long
fascinated.
time, you'll understand that no one can stay on high alert forever. Especially when he thinks he's about to win. Tomorrow morning, I'll announce his victory at Yohai Pavilion. Take a guess what you think he'll do next.
I'll meet with the people
Be
that
sure to
have
arrive on time.
backed him.
You won't want to miss the show. It looks like we're all here. Well then, time for me to announce the results of the assessment process. I won't drone on about the importance of the Tianshu role. Suffice to say that Uncle Tian entrusted me with the monumentally important task of assessing the candidates. And now, it falls to me to give him a satisfactory answer.
All of us here know the score. Don't beat around the bush, just get on with it.
Qianwei has many pioneering ideas, but some of his plans are lacking in detail, and he easily gets into testy exchanges with other people. Mingguo is reliable, but not quite ambitious enough, and because of his personality, he struggles to win people over. In contrast, Zhi is evenly balanced across the board, and enjoys an excellent reputation in Niue.
And he's super
After much
honest.
Consideration. I've decided to recommend Zhi to the Liyue Qixing.
What?
Oh,
You really that surprised by what she
congratulations.
said about you and
Thank you.
Mingbo?
Honestly, I'm a little surprised to hear my name being announced.
Sure you
In my
are.
estimation, all three of us are worthy candidates for the Tianshu position. As your competitor, I've become keenly aware of your great talents.
I'd love to hire you.
Would either of you entertain the possibility of working with me in the future and taking on some of my workload?
I'll have to see. I'm in a bad mood. This is the last thing I want to be thinking about right now.
I don't mind.
Sore loser.
As long as I can help.
Oh,
Well,
Mingbo.
that's all from me. Zhi, you'll have some preparation to do. It won't be long before you're informed of your official appointment. I hope you will work hard and make Uncle Tian proud.
I will live up to the Tianshu name. On this, you have my word. I should go. I need to pack my things, and then I think a celebratory meal is in order. Would anyone like to join me?
As long as you're
Count
buying.
me out. I'm not in the mood for a celebration.
Wah
He
wah.
seems pretty relaxed now. This would be a good time to follow him.
Yeah, Paimon.
Traveler,
Their determined
tell me
face.
something.
Yeah.
What exactly does that guy have that I don't? If you can't
I'm pretty sure
answer
she
that,
just-
I'm not accepting this result.
Pretty sure she just told you everything.
Also wouldn't mind knowing.
Yeah, she
No,
gave
if we
reasons.
get stuck here, we won't be able to leave.
Follow him.
Yes, ma'am.
We finally got rid of them.
Lady Yelan, Jury has gone towards Feiyun Slope.
Follow him, quickly.
Yeah, why did you come
exactly.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
Lady Yelan. We lost him.
Yeah, no kidding.
We weren't able to keep following him without being seen.
How the heck did he manage to shake Yelan's subordinates? I guess Jiri didn't let his guard down. Still as vigilant as ever.
That's one of Yelan's supporters is
Bear
working with
says
him.
He's much more relaxed than usual. Maybe it's just how he's wired. Perceptive enough to sense when he's being watched.
But how?
Don't blame yourselves. Let's not forget he was trained by Uncle Tian himself. Evading detection is not an unusual skill for him to have. If I'd asked you to tail Uncle Tian, you'd have ended up at a dead end too. It's fine. So, where did you lose him?
Shinyue kiosk. He only went in briefly. Upe and I were watching outside the whole time. A few moments later, a man dressed in a completely different outfit came out. Upe had a feeling that it was him, but we couldn't get close enough to check without blowing our cover. I figured that if we spooked him, it would undo what we've accomplished today so far.
Probably should have sent
Another
one
option
person,
would've
like
been
there were
to
two of you,
arrest
one
him
person
there
tails
and
that
then.
guy.
But without any evidence,
That would have been meaningless. So I stopped Dupe, and I stayed here to wait for you while that meathead went to ask around in Shinue kiosk.
Good work. The fish didn't take
What do you really
the
think
bait,
about him?
But that's okay. As long as he's still swimming around, we'll find a way to catch him eventually. The key is figuring out what he's trying to achieve.
Exactly.
Let's go to Shinue kiosk.
Could you explain to me how that works? A guy like him comes in, changes his whole outfit right under your nose, and you don't even ask him about it?
It's not our business.
Customers are free to dress however they please. What grounds would I have to question him?
Okay, fair enough, but didn't you think it was just a little bit strange?
Well, maybe
Sure.
I did, but it still doesn't give me the right to stop him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Enough.
Maybe he
Let's
came
turn
from
this
work and he
down a
needed
little.
to change
I'll
because,
make
like,
this
you know,
quick.
he wanted to get
Just
into
one
his
question.
party outfit.
What did he buy?
Or maybe
while
he's
he was
just a
here?
weird
Oh,
guy.
he
Yeah.
didn't buy anything. He just picked up a bottle of liquor that he ordered ages ago.
A bottle of liquor?
Ages ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, a very strong kind. Fiery, with a rich flavor. Not something the average customer would order. This gentleman ordered it in person from us a long time ago. He was only here today to pick it up.
Liquor and wineware. I see. Let's go.
Where to?
Shigu Antiques.
Okay. How'd you put that together? Could you
Hey, Miss
clue
Mimon,
us in?
Sorry to bother you. Jur-E ordered a wanware set from you not long ago, right? We're friends of his. He's been telling us how impressed he is with the quality, considering how affordable it was. So we just had to come and take a look for ourselves.
She's good.
Mm-hmm.
Which model are you looking for?
We don't really know a whole lot about wineware. Let's just go with Jur-E's choice. Would you be able to show us the one he bought?
She's great.
Jur-E picked up his set not long ago. As a quality imitation of an antique wineware set, it has the look and feel of a luxury item. Just so you're aware, we don't have many of this model left in stock. And now that Mr. Jur-E has taken one, I'm afraid it may encourage the price to go up a
Oh, of
little.
course.
Don't worry.
Wow.
Price shouldn't be an issue.
Mhm.
I'm sure we can work something out. But I'm just a little hazy on one thing. Did Jur-E's wineware set include wine glasses, or...?
No.
For this set, the wine glasses are sold separately. Minimum purchase is 1 glass, maximum is 4. Mr. Jur-E bought 2.
Okay.
One for him and one for his
Thanks,
backer.
Mom. Seems there's a little more to buying wineware than I first thought. We'll have to mull it over.
Well, don't take
Hurry
too
up.
long.
Yeah.
We could sell out any day now. All right, see you next time.
Definitely a salesperson.
Mm-hmm.
This is turning into a real headache.
I'd just like to point out that we have the self-professed Grand Master of Fieldwork here to thank for being wholly incapable of tailing an ordinary civilian without
Whoa,
being
dude.
seen.
It's
Yeah.
not like you did any better.
My specialty is information trading, okay? I don't have the physical agility. What's your excuse?
Fair point.
How about Paimon's just like watching this back and forth?
Mm-hmm.
Has the plan failed? Oh, if we can't figure out where Jay went, there's not much we can do. But why was he buying liquor at Shinue kiosk anyway? To celebrate?
If so, it's no ordinary celebration.
What do you mean?
First of all, Jur-E isn't much of a drinker. On some level, he hates alcohol because of what it did to his father. If he was just looking to celebrate by himself, he wouldn't spend his meager savings on an expensive bottle of alcohol, let alone buy a pair of special wine glasses. No, this is a victory feast, held in honor of Jur-E's private sponsor. Whoever this person is clearly enjoys hard liquor and has a very high status. Hence the need for expensive-looking wineware.
Yeah, high status 'cause they were able to
Where might we
bank
find
him,
Fatui who
and-
match that description, I wonder.
Fatui officials. Should be either the Snezhnayan Embassy or the Northland Bank.
Have
Snezhnaya.
both
Snezhnaya.
locations surrounded. Take as many people as you need.
Lady Yelan, is it time for us to make our move?
He's so ready.
So, you can count me in.
Get with the program, would you? This is a covert surveillance operation. Jur-E may be vigilant, but that doesn't mean the same is true for his drinking buddy. In which case, we don't need to change tactics. Just change who we're following.
Boom.
Great idea! So we just need to find out who Jur-E bought that liquor for and follow them instead.
But Lady Yelan, if we get caught, this could become a major diplomatic incident.
So don't get caught.
But don't you see? Jur-E is gambling everything on this.
Hey.
If we really want to catch him,
Lights
We're going to have to accept a little risk ourselves. Stick to your orders.
I like how little things like
Make
that happen in
sure
the
we're
background.
covering all other bases too.
Get real.
Anywhere else Jur-E might be going. I want eyes on those locations.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't worry, Lady Yelan. Jur-E may be a slippery character, but we'll keep a close watch on the movements of all Fatui officials.
I'll be waiting for you at the tea house.
Lupe just looks like pained as he was watching his coworker say that.
Action at night. You should go and get ready. Then meet me at Yenshang Tea House. Perfect timing. Wenyuan just sent word that the Fatui ambassador, Yusupov, just left the embassy alone. He's heading in the direction of Qingshu Pool.
Qingshu Pool? That's the place Jerry mentioned in his manifesto.
It looks like that's where they've arranged to meet. Sensible choice, I'll give them that. Qingshu Pool is always crawling with monsters. Most people wouldn't dream of going there.
We're
It's
not
one
most
place
people.
They won't need to worry about being seen.
Oh no, we gotta go get them.
Let's go. If my hunch is correct, we just might hit the jackpot this time.
Nice.
There's
Yeah,
been
that's so cool.
some work done on this place in the past, but it's a bit of a labyrinth inside. I can't guarantee we'll be safe once we're underground. The workers left an emergency access route. If we can find it, this will be a much easier journey. Still, be ready to fight at any moment. Any resistance needs to be taken out quickly and quietly. We don't want to attract too much attention.
Don't worry, we're all professionals here. By the way, Yelan, where are your 3 little helpers at?
They have other things to take care of first. We couldn't afford to wait for them, but they'll join us later.
And they wouldn't have been much help in here.
You guys see that? That's gotta be the Fatui ambassador here to meet Ji. Looks like he went through that door. That must be the emergency access route, right? Come on, let's hurry.
She's so into the spy stuff.
Happy little butt wiggle.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay.
Lots of tricks.
The water's gone down. Hey, look, is that another way through?
I can tell from the aroma that this is very fine liquor indeed. I'm impressed. Come on, bottoms up. After you, of course.
Dad. Oh.
Sorry.
I don't know why you'd kill him, I guess. No.
I've never drunk anything this strong before. It'll take me some getting used to.
You'll get there. If you want to stay friends with us, you have to drink with us.
If you want to be cool.
I'll do my
The
best.
Fatui.
You're more of
Okay.
a lightweight than I thought.
I was like waiting for more
Already
people to come
struggling
out.
After
Mhm.
one glass?
Oh, it's like gang
I
up on
thought
it.
you were made of
Something.
sterner stuff. You certainly kept it together when you were poisoning your teacher's soup.
Son of a bitch.
Come on, another round. Less talking, more drinking.
Sure. You didn't leave me much of a choice, though, did you? Just the mention of poisoning sends shivers down my spine. I'm more timid than you realize. Every time I poisoned him, I had to hide away at home for a few days because I was so scared of getting caught.
Look, I know it has not been easy for you, my friend. We appreciate all your hard work, but I have to say, you really are quite a genius at poisoning people.
That's something you want to be a
The
genius
poison
at.
we brought from Snezhnaya is as strong as this wine, but you found a way to turn it into an imperceptible, slow-acting poison and came up with the idea of delivering it through fish soup. What was it you said? Oh, yeah. You said the soup's fishy flavor neutralizes the pungency of the poison, and this process even makes the soup tastier as a result.
So there was no secret recipe he had gotten. That was.
Think of that.
It struck me one day when I was fishing. I'm lucky it did. Otherwise, I'm not sure I would have been able to fool Uncle Tien.
You have performed excellently. The Fatui will continue to provide the support you need to consolidate your position as Tien Shu. Of course, this is as long as you continue to do as we instruct.
Oh, of course I will.
Aside from
I'll be
Qingshu
your puppet.
Pool, we also have some other requests for you, which we will inform you of in due course.
Don't worry. Whatever tasks you have for me, I will perform them diligently.
Did you hear
Can we take him now?
It was poison. That's why Uncle Tien hasn't been feeling well recently. It's all Jurye's doing.
Can we put that together, Paimon? Thank you.
What a nasty guy. Seize him.
Did you bring the camera? If not, you can use mine. This is quite a scene. We have to capture it for posterity.
Excellent liquor. We've seen no progress on the diplomatic front, and everyone has been eyeing up the treasure of Qingshu Pool. It's been a real headache for me.
Oh, you poor thing.
But soon,
I have mine. I'll say the same thing.
everything will be taken care of, and I can report back on a successful mission. Thank you, Juri. I remember when I first saw you.
I thought
knew
you
right
sucked.
away that you would make a good partner for us. Hey.
By
do
partner,
you
he means
still
puppet.
Remember what I said to you?
How could I forget?
Maybe
You said a
Juri
lowly commoner
poisoned
like
him.
me could never be seen as a serious candidate for the Tianshu, no matter how hard I work. The only way is for you to shine bright in the Tianshu's darkest moment. I think you were absolutely right.
Yes. Under normal circumstances, the gap between you and other people could only ever grow wider over time.
But with
Just
our help.
Look at your two competitors. Chen Wei had wealth. Ming Bo had reputation. But you had nothing. You were just another nobody. And that's
How do you really
why
feel?
I decided to help you. You know, there's an old saying in the Fatui. Give a starving dog a bone, and it'll guard your home for the rest of its life.
Are you getting
Yes.
this?
I cannot thank you enough for your generous support.
He seems kind of pissed.
You know, the best
Yeah,
thing
I would
about
hope
you
so.
is that you do as you're told without
I
complaining.
don't think he's,
Keep up the good
I think he just
work,
poisoned
and
him.
I can assure you, you'll never have to worry about Mora again. Heck, when you're not in the company of the Fatui, you'll be able to throw your weight around as much as you want. How about that?
Uncle Gao said that Jur-E has low self-esteem. Seems he was right. He was worried that whatever advantage he might have now will diminish over time. So the Fatui persuaded him that he should act while he can. Do you have any more film in the camera?
Plenty.
Then get ready to use it. Tonight's grand finale should be coming up any minute now. How well this goes for us depends on how Jur-E plays his hand.
Ooh, is there any more alcohol? Go on. Fill me up. I'm in a good mood today, and I'm gonna drink my fill. Make sure to get me home safely afterward.
Your first job is to be my designated driver.
There's only a little left. Here, I'll fill your glass. If you like it, I can bring you some more next time.
Whoa, this is the good stuff. It is great. Huh?
Yep, you just got poisoned, dude.
What the?
She seems to be in pain and slowly drops to the ground.
Jur-E, you poisoned my wine? But when?
I need the
You seem
dozen
surprised,
times
Mr.
you made me
Yusupov.
fill your cup.
How could you?
Because I'm not a
How could I
pushover.
not? I've sacrificed years of my life studying and reflecting to prepare myself for this position. And in the end, I even had to poison my own teacher. You really think I put myself through all that just to become your little puppet? I don't want to bow down to anyone ever again. And that includes you.
You imbecile. It's the Fatui who got you to where you are. Do you understand?
Take that
If I
away.
disappear with no explanation, the embassy will come after you.
Well, there'll be an explanation. You drank yourself
Bottom of this. Mark my words.
to death.
Do you see the haystack in the corner? Underneath it is a pile of explosives. And next door in the dark room are the
Thorough.
3 undercover agents you sent to infiltrate the Black Cliff Forge. I'm gonna stay here till I see you slip into unconsciousness. Then I'm gonna set this on fire. Once the flames burn through the hay, they'll ignite the explosives. The ruins will collapse, and everything will be buried.
What?
Damn, he's thought this through.
Yeah.
I took the liberty of leaving some evidence of your contact with the undercover agents at the Black Cliff Forge. It won't take long for people to join the dots. 2 missing person cases will become one as the truth gradually reveals itself. The
Truth
Fatui
in quotes.
planted undercover agents in the Black Cliff Forge to steal their signature ruin-grade explosives. Their plan was to blow through the solid floor tiles in the dead of night and seize the treasure of Qingshu Pool. but things didn't quite go to plan. Mistakes were made that led to the accidental deaths
You could have put
of
this
the
to good
entire
use.
crew. Faced with the
evil
overwhelming
genius.
evidence, the embassy won't investigate this any further. In fact, they'll be only too happy to blame it all
She's
on
a
a
good
rogue
planner.
operation by you. It explains why you acted alone.
She's like, I'm actually kind of impressed.
While exonerating the rest of the embassy of any liability. Of course, none of that will have anything to do with me. When all of this comes to my attention, I'm afraid I'll have no choice but to cancel the Qingshu Pool redevelopment plan immediately. I guess then, I'll be Tianshu in my own right, with a clean record and well out of the Fatui's reach.
I think Yelan is going to give him the position, though.
Do you really think you're gonna get away with this? The Fatui has a record of everything. That includes the poison, all interactions between us, even my trip here tonight. After I die, they'll come looking, and they'll get to the bottom of this.
A record? Oh, you must mean the one in the hands of your second in command, Theophan?
What? How do you know about that?
Because when you contacted me, I also made contact with your associates. I have Theophan to thank for providing me with the poison I used on you today. He'll help me tie up
You need to
all
pay your
the
guys
loose
better.
ends. After all, your untimely demise comes with a few perks for him.
See?
He has been eyeing your position for a long time now.
That traitor! Cheryi, you!
Shh. Relax. It's over. After tonight, everyone gets what they want. And anyone else in the know is
I don't think
either
that
my
guy wanted to
accomplice
die.
or about to be taken out of the picture. Sweet dreams, Mr. Yusupov.
Yeah. You are under arrest. If you didn't try to kill him, I think she might have given you the position. And probably if you hadn't poisoned your teacher.
Yeah. Poison Uncle Tian, that's what's really fried you. And
I did a little
Theophan.
surveying on the way
That guy's
here
toast
and found
too.
That you'd left yourself 3 escape routes in case things went south. I have them all surrounded. If you're thinking of trying anything, save yourself the effort. The game's up. We
Nice,
were here the
Yelan.
whole time and have pictures of everything. They came out pretty nicely. Want to see them?
The game's up? Forgive me, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, Miss Yelan. I happened to discover a Fatui operation here, so I approached them on the pretext of joining forces and eventually
Oh, he's
brought them down to
good.
Very good.
If it pleases you, Miss Yelan, I'd be only too happy to have you join me in investigating this matter.
This is how you want to play it, huh? Fine. You do you. All we need to do to convict you is establish that the poison in his system is the same as in Uncle Tien's.
Ha.
Nothing
Ooh.
else you wanted to add?
Yeah, nothing to say there?
Let's leave it there then. Time to go.
Can't outsmart her.
Wrong move and it all comes crashing down. I should have been more careful.
Yep.
You followed him here, didn't you? I was so focused on keeping myself out of sight, I forgot he was a potential liability. Let's talk about this,
Maybe next
Yelan.
time.
I gave you my word that I would live up to the Tianshu name, and that much I can still guarantee.
No, you can't. Because you don't have the job.
Your point being?
When I take office, I can guarantee that I will act in your best interests. In fact, all of you here tonight can expect very generous treatment in the future.
No.
It's alright, she's gonna have the position,
I
so
don't deny
don't
that
think
I used underhanded methods to get here.
You think?
But given my lowly origins, what other choice did I have?
You had a choice.
Rightfully earning
Still
it.
don't get it, do you? Even now. What do you think?
Uncle Tian has always trusted you.
Exactly. Jur-E. Clever people can always come up with a good excuse. But while you might be able to get other people to believe you, you'll never be able to deceive yourself. There's nothing wrong with wanting to win other people's respect, but when has Uncle Tian ever looked down on you? He was like a teacher and a father to you, but you chose to repay that by poisoning him. Whatever positive goal you may have started out with, you threw it away in that moment.
Well said.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Looks like one got through to him.
What makes this even crueler is that you managed to convince yourself there was no other way. Uncle Tien was always going to give you this opportunity, even if you'd done nothing at all. Out of everyone in the world, he is the one who trusts you the most. So much that he drank your fish soup without doubting you, not for 1 second.
Not counting the fact that as soon as you're starting to eat the fish soup,
That's enough.
you started to get sick.
That's enough.
Life is like fishing. It cannot be rushed. Whatever you do, impatience will accomplish nothing. I was just like you once, desperate to prove myself. Only later did I realize things do not always turn out.
Dreams of dying like a martyr.
But you have to keep calm to carry on. You're still young. Be patient. Believe in yourself. Don't look outside yourself to prove your value.
If you actually listened,
like 3 inches tall.
Yeah. Only you had listened.
Where's Jury these days? It's been a long time since he last paid me a visit.
Maybe he's just busy.
Well, next time, if he doesn't bring a pot of piping hot fish soup, don't let him in.
Whatever you were thinking about, you'll have plenty of time to mull it over in prison. Oh, I almost forgot. If the Fatui find out what happened today,
You and mate's prison.
might turn out to be the safest place.
Yeah.
Trying to have friends on both sides, it has a way of turning everyone against you. But right now, I have
Well, the
an
look she's giving him.
opportunity for you.
Yeah. I like the tone of voice.
Yep.
Oh, she's great.
Well, the Fatui still trust you, so can use that to our advantage.
Sorry, things are about to get extremely busy for me. Let's meet at Yenshan Tea House tomorrow morning. I'll have someone remove the explosives. Then, there's
That's
someone
nice.
I have to go and see.
Need our help with that?
No.
No, it could be dangerous. You should leave this one to the professionals. Don't worry. As long as they're willing to cooperate, this will be a straightforward deal. Get some rest. See you tomorrow.
There is now no poison left in his system.
Ah,
Recovery
Baiju.
from the damage already done will not happen overnight.
You stink.
Dr. Baiju, is my father going to be...
You needn't worry too much.
He'll live until he
Keep
dies.
taking the prescribed medicine
Old age.
every day, and a full recovery will take at most 2 to 3 years.
Whoa.
We caught it in time. A few days later, and the toxin would have built up in the internal organs. At that point, things would have been much more serious.
How did
So I have to go back to shitty fish soup.
such a seldom seen poison?
Kill me now.
It seems the Fatui are extremely resourceful. Unfortunately for them, they were up against us.
Yeah.
Uncle Tien will be heading off now. Remember to get plenty of rest and avoid overexerting yourself while you're recovering.
Don't worry, I will. Thank you very much. And you're here too? Thank you for all you've done to resolve this situation. I'll have to make some tea in a moment. You simply have to try it. Yes, the exhaustion seems to have gone. My mind is steadily getting clearer again.
Luckily, it looks like choosing the Tien Shu's successor is suddenly not such a pressing issue after all.
Hey, Yelan!
My work is mostly wrapped up, so I thought I'd take a minute to check in here. The assessment process comes to an end here, Uncle Tien. In my opinion, Zhi is not suitable for the position.
No shit.
But Shenwei and Mingbo both have potential.
You have my gratitude.
Of course, none of them are me.
People can change their loyalties easily. I've always
Some people
known
can.
this. But whenever
Not
it
everyone.
happens, it's still a dismal experience.
Yeah.
Is it just Paimon, or is Uncle Tien not that surprised?
Don't underestimate Uncle Tien. He wouldn't have appointed me as assessment officer if he hadn't had his doubts about Zhi. Normally, the Yuehai Pavilion would be responsible for assessing the candidates. Isn't that right, Uncle Tian?
Yes, to be quite honest, I wanted to trust him unreservedly. But I have to be responsible with the position of Tianshu. When I first met Juri, I wondered if he had approached me with a hidden agenda. So I secretly investigated him.
Nice.
I concluded that he had no ulterior motives whatsoever. He just saw me as an ordinary fishing friend. In the end, even he changed. But when did it start?
Oh, you can make yourself go crazy asking
I
that.
never had any plans to recommend him directly, but I always intended to give him the chance to compete on a level playing field. Family background and fame mean everything to many people, but I don't attach great importance to them.
If you really knew you, you would have known
No
that.
reputation to speak of when I first became Tianshu.
You really thought about it.
I relied on Ganyu's assistance for all manner of things.
He just wanted it so bad, and I think he was just afraid of losing it.
Really admired about
Came up with an
Juri
excuse
was his intelligence
for why he
and
should be able to do
resilience.
whatever he had to.
I have to
get it.
admit, he's a smart guy and very cautious.
Yep.
The intel suggests that the Fatui saw him as very low risk, but Juri was still extremely careful with the poisoning. He chose that specific liquor from Xingyue Kiosk because the fiery flavor would mask the bitterness of the poison. And he chose to wait until the Fatui official was drunk and had his guard down before delivering it to him. He also installed a secret compartment in the wine pot he bought to hold the poison. As the amount of liquor went down, he'd shake the pot to release the poison from the compartment into the
Damn,
liquor.
that's actually extremely clever.
We also found he had an antidote on him. Had the Fatui official grown suspicious, Juri would have drunk the poisoned wine himself and then found an opportunity to take the antidote shortly afterwards.
I thought he was gonna do the whole Princess Bride thing, and like he had been like building up his immunity to the poison.
Had he drunk the poisonous wine, he still would have faced serious health consequences despite taking the antidote. He didn't hesitate to put himself in harm's way to achieve his goal.
That desperate.
He thought of everything.
Almost everything.
How is Juri now?
Well, I mean, he is sitting in a jail cell. Like Yanfei says, everyone who breaks the law has to pay the price. Still, he's cooperating. He didn't turn down my offer to strike a deal. I'll make sure there are plenty of guards around to keep him safe from anything the Fatui might be planning.
A deal? Does this have to do with what you said to him when you arrested him?
Yes, Juri's not the one I'm interested in. If he was as far as this went, I'd have handed the case off to my subordinates as soon as I realized. But once the Fatui became involved, things got a whole lot more interesting. I thought I might have the chance to catch a big fish.
Well, did you?
Almost. Unfortunately, it slipped off the hook at the last second.
Uncle Tian? Yelan? What are you talking about? Paimon doesn't understand.
Aw.
Jur-E colluded with the Fatui to try and secure the position of Tianshu. Or, to put it the other way around, the Fatui made an attempt to interfere in the Tianshu selection process. With Yusupov in our hands and a statement from Jur-E, we could afford to continue with a diplomatic offensive. Also, we'd be able to gain control of Theophan, Yusupov's second-in-command. Then we'd have a pawn in the ranks of the Fatui. Pawns like this can be major assets. They open up all sorts of new options.
So this was your real plan.
Why else did you think I was investing so much time and effort into this case?
So, okay, well,
Happy about Wiggle.
did your plan succeed?
We got halfway. The first part went off without a hitch, and we passed all the information on to Lady Ningguang. But when we tried to make contact with Theophan, he was gone.
Of course he was.
Along with all the evidence.
The Fatui must be spying on us. Otherwise, they'd never been able to respond so quickly.
I found out from other sources that the Harbinger Regrator got involved.
Regrator?
The Fatui's main
I think we
forces
meant that
are
Harbinger.
concentrated here. Regrator was only treating this as a peripheral concern. It's a pity that Theophan got away. But knowing which Harbingers are still looking at Liyue is something. It gives me a starting point for my next mission.
I have to ask, Yelan, do you have any desire to take over the position of Tianshu yourself?
But she never did, yeah.
You showed some interest a few days ago at Yenshang Tea House. In my estimation, you are more than competent.
Oh, that's a big stretch to go out and say she's more than
Obviously
competent.
joking. I prefer my current life.
Of course she
There's
does.
danger and there's excitement. Although it'd still be a behind-the-scenes role, As Tianshu, I wouldn't have the chance to get involved in anything truly clandestine or facing real danger.
I don't know. He almost got poisoned to death.
True.
I'm heading off again in a few days, and I still have to prepare.
Where are you off to this time?
She gets poisoned every other day.
As you might have guessed, it's for me to know and you to find out. But I'm sure if you keep going as you are, getting yourselves involved in other people's business all the time, you're sure to get caught up in another misadventure before too long. Maybe I'll see you the next time danger beckons. Until then, keep your wits about you. A lot of people are watching you for a lot of reasons. If you have any more questions,
very important people.
just ask Uncle Tian. After the recent turn of events, I'd say he owes you one, wouldn't you?
Very good quest. Yelan is fantastic. Such a fun character, and like I was actually very impressed with Juri.
Yeah. I think this might be my favorite quest that we've done, like my favorite Genshin kind of journey. I love Yelan. I love her intelligence. I love her confidence, the swagger that she has. And Juri was a formidable opponent in this. Too good to be true. And yet the evil lengths that he was willing to go to secure power, and how he thought of damn near everything. This was fun. It was fun to go on this little mystery adventure. And yeah, I mean, Yelan's a rock star.
Yeah, she is. And like just a lot of like I don't know, good twists and turns in this one, and kind of had you guessing along the way, and like you would kind of figure it out like right before it happened, but it's not like you'd be able to feel like some of the quests you kind of like knew like right from the start how it was gonna go and how it was gonna end, and this one definitely I did not. I did find it weird that like the two guys that lost are like, wait a minute, why do we lose? Well, she went like over all your like not all your faults, but she went over some of your faults and like basically explained why she wasn't gonna pick you, and then before she like complimented the shit out of Juri.
I can see the guy who was like a narcissist and an egomaniac going like, more. I demand to know why I didn't get it. Like, him being unable to accept. I mean, he said flat out like he wasn't going to accept the results.
Like that matters.
So, and he was a sore loser.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I get from him, but like, I don't know. It did feel a little bit out of character for Mingbo, who's like so thorough and so humble. Be like, wait, no, tell me again why I sucked at this job. Like, I feel like he heard it the first time. I feel like he's a pretty type A personality kind of guy who would have like heard it, crossed the T's, dotted the I's, been like, yep, okay, makes sense, and like been on his way versus kind of going along with the other guy. I like what you said about, all the twists and turns and how sometimes we can see kind of what's coming, but in this one you really couldn't, or if you did, it was like right the moment before. One thing I did not see coming at all was the whole hidden poison compartment in the teapot.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, I'm sitting here going like, so I don't know, was there like some historical empress who poisoned someone with a fancy tea? Like, where did this come from that they thought about that? Because that I did not see coming.
Yeah, because like it's one thing that it's like, oh wow, that's like very convoluted, like as far as like to think of all that through for Juri or whatever. Like his name is very close, like not very close, but like I want to say like Julie.
Yeah.
But the writers just themselves of putting this together, I'm like, okay, wow, they like really went into all the details for this guy, like very meticulous for like all the different angles, and like they're just like, okay, well, what happened if he found out? Like, I'm sure they probably wrote like different scenarios. It felt like for this, and I know there aren't like different scenarios like in the game or anything like that. But like I feel like as they were writing this, they were thinking about different scenarios, and I was like, okay, because we got to think about what would happen if this if A happens, then he does B. So and I thought that I was very impressed with that. Like the hidden compartment. Would love to know where they got that idea from.
And I think, to what you were saying in terms of what the energy and everything that the writers and the thought that the writers must have put into this, I think that's why this one really sticks out as being a favorite to me is I mean, I love a good mystery. So there's that. Like, it appeals to me on that level. But then I really feel like the amount of thought put into this to like craft the plan, to put it all together. And then Yelan and Juri and the like A game that I feel was brought by everyone on this quest. It to me kind of elevated the Genshin experience. Set the bar very high. Like, this is the bar now.
So, Paimon excluded. Who'd you say like your 5 favorite like characters are that like we've gone like on these different quests for? Like, I think Yelan would definitely be in there
For sure.
Yaimiko,
Obviously.
and then the other 3 is like I think of different characters like that I would put in there. Like, I mean, there's Klee, there's Beidou, there's Ito.
Was that the guy who was trying to like sacrifice himself in that one when they were in like the...
Yeah, he's like, my butt hurts and like everything
Ito's
like that.
got to be in there.
Yeah, Ito's pretty great. And then, I mean, Albedo's been in a bunch of different stuff. And I'm trying to think of like other characters that like, Jean, just going back all the way, like to like Mondstadt and whatnot. Probably Venti. Tone deaf bard, just for his, I don't know, the way him and Paimon had like their relationship, and just like the tone deaf bard, and just how goofy he is.
Yeah, and he likes his wine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he likes his wine. I didn't know if there's anybody else that like I'm missing in here that like really stands out from these different regions. I mean, like I liked the Shogun, obviously, like A, and like the Raiden Shogun. She was like, that was just a very impressive character. And I've always like even when we started like watching the different character miscellanies, whatever, and character trailers, like I always found her like extremely fascinating. But like her personality, I don't know if like her personality is something that I would put in like the top 5.
What about, and I should remember this because we just saw it, but the one who was pen paling with Yaimiko.
Kamisato Ayato, or
I think I put her in there as well.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. Was Ayato the brother, or?
And the brother, yeah.
Yeah, and then she is. Oh fuck! Yeah, I forgot her name.
I did too.
As well. Damn.
It's okay. I think we gave enough description. Our community will know.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, a lot of good characters. But that, all that being said, I'm just saying that Yelan is like for sure, easily top 5, and
Yaimiko.
Her and Yaimiko are probably like 1 and 2 for me in some order. Probably Yaimiko first.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. But let us know what you thought about this quest down below in the comments, and thanks so much for checking out our reaction for Yelan's story quest in Genshin Impact. But just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.
Ayaka?